Hello again, YouTube. It's Mr. LivingDead13 here once again. Now, not the normal type of talk today. Once again, it is another round from the coffin, but it's not the classic tattoos, piercings, hair, makeup, that sort of stuff. No, what I am here to talk about today is about a dude that messaged me on another website from one of my inspirations, shall we say. And he was talking to me and he asked how old I was. I told him. I said, "How old are you?" He said, "I'm 15 and I hate being this age." Now, I remember being 15. Quite a lot of my viewers are most likely over 15 as well. And most people around like 17, 18, 19, 20, stuff like that, they all remember about what it was like to be, well, that age and going through shit at that age. And I'm just putting up this video to say, because I said to him that I'd put it up, everyone of that age group, and even other age groups that aren't quite managing with work or college or school, university or whatever, it gets easier. Things do get easier, but it just depends on the way you make them easier. Put it this way: if life was a lighter, so this is life, okay? And all you get, hang on, this being life, you're at your peak there. So this is you at like 6 years old. Now you're at 12, 15, 16. And it's only because human beings have certain traits in their brain for some bizarre reason that I have not figured out yet. That if someone is slightly different or has slightly different idealistics of things, that instantly they're wrong. It's like, I can't remember where I heard it, but I heard someone saying ever since man could walk on two legs and think, hear and speak, he would wander to new lands, meet someone new, with different ways of seeing things, a different language and a different ideology of everything. Instantly, he made tools to get to that man and destroy him, wipe him out, essentially. So he didn't have to learn his language, didn't have to see his way of life, and didn't have to learn his way of thinking about things. The general population of the world have a general idea, and the idea is, you're born, you go to school, you go to work, you have a family, you die. That's what people in like the government system and the school systems and all that bullshit want you to experience and go through. Personally, and like it's all that bullshit of if you don't get good grades you'll not go anywhere. Virgin Media, most of you have heard of that. Trains, phone line, internet, all that bullshit. The guy that invented Virgin Media, A, had ADHD, okay? B, got absolutely no GCSEs or major qualifications in anything. He basically left school with one thing, and that was a standard in English or some shit like that. And C, every single one of that guy's teachers told him that he would never amount to anything, and the most he could do would be a plumber. Okay? Now what does that tell you? It tells you that no matter what someone says to you, if someone says you'll never manage to do this, as long as you know in here what you want to do, then you'll manage it easily. Loads of people told me that I would never amount to anything. I got really bad grades at school. I barely went to school. I can't remember much of my high school or my primary school. Barely went. And I'm doing okay for myself. I'm managing, you know. I've got my own place. I'm not living on the streets. I have a fresh set of clothes every day. And I'm presentable every day. And every single one of my teachers told me that I would never, ever manage to amount to anything. One of my teachers even told me that I'd be living at the back of a skip one day. Clearly they were wrong. My point is, no matter what sort of shit goes on at school, the main thing you need to remember is, A, they won't remember it, like bullying and all that shit. They most likely won't remember it. I bumped into a guy the other day that used to bully me when I was in primary school. He said, "Do I know you?" And I said, "I just had to say no." And he went, "Oh, sorry," and carried on walking. People forget things because it wasn't done to them. B, you'll forget. You will forget 9 out of 10 of the things at school. And C, and this is a personal thought of mine, I don't want anybody freaking out and saying this is wrong or this is right, because you can't be wrong and you can't be right. You can only have an idea. My way of thinking about things and looking at things is, if you want to focus, if you want to be something, and you know deep down in your heart that you want to be that, like say you want to be a film director, or like a game technician, you want to invent games for consoles, focus on your computing. That's what I'd do. I'd focus on the main things that make that job possible. Sports. I sucked at sports at high school, so I didn't do it. Artwork, biology. That's what I did at high school. And I passed them. Just. Anyway, back to my point. To everyone of that age who always thinks, dude, there's no point, I'm just going to skip school. I'm not telling you to skip school or not skip school. I'm just saying, do what makes yourself feel happy, okay? Never ever let anybody tell you your dream is pathetic. If you have a dream, you protect it, you look after it, and you make it come true. A good friend of mine once said, people that bully you are nothing. Always remember that one day they will work for you. Okay? Anyway, this has been Mr. Living Dead 13, Other Words from the Coffin soon, and I'm signing off.